Hello everyone, today I will explain the ecological landscape analysis feature in the urban forestry module. It consists of three functions: thematic map generation, export report, and visual analysis based on a single point. Let's start with the thematic map generation function. This feature calculates the three-dimensional visual spatial quality evaluation indicators for streets based on classified point cloud data. These indicators include green volume, green view ratio, building view ratio, and sky view factor. To activate the thematic map generation function, click on it, then select the point clouds you want to calculate. Next, set the parameters. Grid size. This represents the voxel size for point cloud voxelization. Cell size. This is the pixel size of the generated thematic map in TIFF format. Height. It refers to the height of the viewpoint above the ground level. Usually it is set to the height at eye level. Radius. This is the visible distance or the maximum distance that a person can see. Subsampling factor. This parameter determines the subsampling factor for calculating the three-dimensional visual spatial quality evaluation indicators. A large factor leads to a faster calculation but lower accuracy. Then select the checkboxes for the desired evaluation indicators. Green volume represents the volume of green vegetation within each grid cell, measured in cubic meters. Green viewing ratio indicates the proportion of green vegetation points within each grid cell. Building view ratio represents the proportion of building points within each grid cell. Sky view factor indicates the unobstructed line of sight ratio. Select the vegetation classes for evaluation. For my dataset, I have the options of 3 low vegetation and 5 high vegetation, so select these two boxes for vegetation class evaluation. Select the building class for evaluation. Check the box for 6 building. After setting the parameters, click OK to proceed. Once the calculation is complete, the orthogonal window will automatically pop up, displaying the indicator maps. The checked indicator images will be stored in the raster folder in the directory tree. If you accidentally close the orthogonal window, you can reopen it by clicking on the orthogonal window option in the toolbar to view the generated indicator images. The export report function organizes the result of the thematic map calculation into an HTML report, which is saved by default in a folder named project_name_HTML report. Click the export report button to open a dialog box. Only the checkboxes corresponding to the available result files for each indicator can be selected. If a checkbox for a certain indicator is unavailable, it needs to be calculated first in the thematic map function. Next, choose the destination path for your report. You can leave it as the default path. Finally, click OK to export the report. The report consists of 3 main parts: header, table of contents, and specific content. By clicking on the table of contents, you can navigate to the corresponding section. The specific contents includes input parameters, ecological landscape analysis list, and details. The input parameters shows the value set for the thematic map. The ecological landscape analysis list displays the minimum value, maximum value, minimum coordinates, and maximum coordinates for each selected indicator. The ecological landscape analysis details include the information from the analysis list along with corresponding indicator images. The software also provides ecological landscape simulation analysis based on a single point. To use the visual analysis feature, click on it, and a setting window will appear on the right side. First, use the left mouse button to select an observation point in the 3D window. After selecting the observation point, you can preview the defined observation range by moving the mouse in real time. Once the range is determined, double-click on the left mouse button to confirm the current observation range. If you made an incorrect observation point selection, click the Repick Start Point button in the Visual Analysis Settings window to reselect the observation point and range. Alternatively, click the Repick Endpoint button to select the endpoint of the observation range. Once the observation point and range are adjusted correctly, the next step is to select the vegetation type and building class in the setting window. You can also get the grid size and subsampling factor for the point cloud calculation, according to your requirements. After setting all parameters, click Calculate Visible Area. After the calculation is complete, the 3D window will display the results of the visible area. In the result column of the visual analysis setting window, you can view the grain view ratio, building view ratio, and sky view factor. You can hide the calculation range preview by deselecting the calculation range preview option in the settings window, leaving only the calculation results visible. Alternatively, you can check the Show Result option to toggle the visibility of the calculation results. The above is the explanation of urban ecological landscape analysis and thematic map generation. Thank you all for watching.